Hi everyone, so today I'm going to be talking about spring orientation, signing up for classes, and tours of your campus. So spring orientation is very different in the fact that it's not over a weekend. Generally, colleges will have weekend orientations during the summer. There are more slots for spring orientation. I think they start in like end of June, beginning of July. There's, I think, orientation from the end of June or mid-June to very beginning of August. I'm not exactly sure, but I know that they do it over the whole summer. They have weekend dates, and there are also tours and stuff. But for spring orientation, it was only 2 days, and by 2 days, I mean 1 day. You could either choose, for me it was the 5th or 6th of 2012 in January, and so I took the 6th because the 5th was already taken, which is unfortunate. Or maybe not unfortunate, it was, I think because my major, because my major was different, I guess that's how they separated us or something. Let's see. Spring orientation was early in the morning, 7:30 all the way to 5. It didn't go till 5, but they put 5, just in case it took longer than expected, especially for signing up for classes, which I will get to in a second. But spring orientation is packed full of information. You are pretty much stuck in a room with 600 people, and it's overwhelming because, you don't exactly know what's going on. I highly suggest taking someone with you, whether it be a friend or a family member or just someone. They have you, when you sign up for orientation, to sign up a family member. Like, if you have a family member, they will be like, oh, okay, well, put their information in, and they will have a name card usually for them. At least that's what I think. I don't know how other university colleges do this, so yeah, definitely take someone. So once you get there, you are pretty much sitting there waiting. Sometimes they say it starts at 8, which is what where mine started, but I didn't really. It did not really start until 8:15, which was totally fine. I didn't really care, but whole bunch of information. They took us to go take a placement test. I'm pretty sure most colleges it's standard to take a math placement test, so they know exactly where to fit you in. So I have 1100 math, if that helps anyone. It's like the beginner math, kind of, but there's even one lower than that, so. But we went to take the math placement test, and then it was just kind of a whole bunch of more information. We got split into like 20-some teams, or generally you'll be split into groups because they can't take all 600 of you, but there are sessions just for students and sessions just for parents. Also in spring orientation, I didn't have to pay for mine, but you might have to pay for like lunch possibly. For us, they were like, you have to take care of your own lunch. So I was like, okay. So thankfully my brother is on campus with me, so we just went back to his room and had lunch. They usually give an hour for lunch, and then after all that, the really most main part about spring orientation is signing up for classes. Now, signing up for classes, it is so hard to get really good classes, or even like your core classes for the semester, because like me, who was on the very last day for orientation, and just in general, because I had like our group of people had like the leftovers of classes, and I was fortunate enough to get a class that had one spot left open, because I guess someone dropped out, because my advisor definitely told me it was full, so I was happy with that. I did not get a chance to pick an English, so I have to start English next semester, which is totally fine, but that's the only class, like core class, I'm missing. I have my math, my science, my history, so that totally works out, I suppose. They're like a lot of the classes are so full, especially the labs or just in general. The one reason why there are some classes that were open, I guess, was because time conflicts, and some were early, like my sociology class is at 8 a.m. and I don't suggest taking an 8 a.m. I mean, it's totally fine if you can do it. I personally am an early bird, but even like I already like just hate waking up so early, but I would prefer not to. I would definitely take something else. If you're coming into spring semester though, I'd say try it out. See how you feel about it. It totally is fine. They usually give you about a week or two of being able to drop your class, and I don't think they penalize you for it because you are just trying to figure it out, and they aren't gonna like penalize you for like not liking the teacher or not liking the course. So they're good about that. Generally all colleges are. And then for tours, okay, tours are so important. Okay, so my brother, thankfully, took me on tours. He took me on a tour to my class. Because once, it's like an instant sign up. It's not like you have to wait, like, oh man, I don't know what class I'm getting. It's pretty much instantly. You pick your own classes, pick the times, so that's good. But definitely, once you get it printed out, if you have time to stay on campus, if you don't, I suggest just reading the map so fast, like memorize it like it's your like lifeline. I definitely got lost on the first few days. I took long ways when I didn't need to. It's just so much easier to have someone help you out. We had obviously our team leaders who guided us. I'm sure they would be glad to help you. If not, you can definitely ask one of the offices, like the financial aid office, to find someone to help you, or the student accounts, student services, or just anyone who just looks like they don't have anything to do, and be like, hey, you should help me out. I'm cool. Don't do that. I mean, you can, but just saying. But yeah, definitely take tours. It's going to take you at least a week or two to fully know your way around campus. That's how long it took me. There are going to be places that you will never probably ever see in your lifetime unless you go out of your way to go see it. I would suggest just, go in there one time, because you're going to be there for 4 years. And then if you don't go, you're just missing out on a part of campus. That's how I feel. But yeah, so spring orientation, signing up for classes, and tours. Spring orientation is full packed. You will be tired. You will do a lot of walking. Wear comfortable shoes. I wore flip-flops, and although I love flip-flops, I hadn't exercised in a while, so yeah, painful. But yeah, so that's it, and I will see you guys later. I hope this helps. Spring orientation is a lot of work, I would say, a lot of work. You will do a lot of listening, be attentive, understand. If your family member has a chance to go on a tour of the campus, that would be really nice. Because it was January and you would think it's cold, it was actually extremely nice weather. Extremely nice. And I was sweating because I wore long sleeves, and it was just not pretty. But, yeah. So, that is my take on spring orientation, signing up for classes and tours. And this is finally a 3-segment one, because I've been doing 2 for a little bit. But anyway, yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys later. Bye.